Welcome to Grilling to Get Away, the podcast for backyard grillers who want to escape the everyday and fire up the flavor. Whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or just learning your way around the grill, we're here to share tips, tricks, and recipes that will make your next BBQ unforgettable. We'll talk meats, marinades, and even some mouth-watering sides. Plus, we'll answer your grilling questions and dive into everything you need to turn your backyard into the ultimate grill zone. So grab your tongs, fire up that grill, and let's get started. This is Grilling to Get Away, your go-to podcast for all things barbecue. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host of the Grilling to Get Away podcast, here with my buddy.
What's happening, everyone? This is Ben.
What's going on, man?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, man. It's nice weather out. Did you get a chance to get out and grill over the weekend?
Dude, it's got hot.
It did a little bit.
It got hot again. Like, we're up.
It was close to the 80s.
Yeah. Like, we were down in the 50s.
Yeah. Nighttime at like the 50s.
Yeah. And now we're back up.
Yeah.
It's Indian summer, you know?
It can't make up its mind.
Yeah, the leaves are already changing and dropping, and then
then it shoots back up.
So yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, dude, we did a little bit. Nothing too crazy. I told you like last week I was gonna do kind of some stuff with the stew meat.
Yep.
So we did that with just kind of some rice and vegetables and stuff, almost like a stir fry type. And then we did. Kids were playing in a tournament this weekend, so
how'd that go?
It was okay.
Good. Okay. All right.
It was okay.
We don't have to talk about it, but
that's fine. Yeah, no, they played good. They had good time and stuff. Played some good teams from around the state and stuff. So it was solid turnouts.
Good.
But yeah, so I did some chicken and like chicken breast and then sweet potatoes as well.
Okay.
So dude, I wanted to talk to you about this too. I seasoned the chicken breast with our sweet heat.
Okay.
Fire for effect.
Yeah.
I've never really done that. Like besides like doing like wings.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like I've just always kind of kept it more of like your traditional, I guess that you
your chicken breast, you're saying?
Yeah, just kind of kept it simple.
What made you want to do sweet heat on it?
Well, I tried it on the beef, and it was something I'd never really done too much either. So I was like, all right, well, let's just kind of continue to play. And so I was like, well, I've done it on the wings.
Yeah,
delicious on wings. You know, why not? Why would it not be good on the chicken breast? So it was good, man. Honestly, like when it came off the grill, I didn't get as much like heat as I noticed when we put it on like ribs and pork and stuff like that. But then the next day when I cut it up and had a little bit of it, I was like, okay, there's more of a bite to it.
Okay.
So it was interesting. But dude, solid. The kids loved it. And it paired great with the sweet potatoes, obviously. We've talked about that. I love kind of that fire for effect on the sweet potatoes. That's my go-to seasoning for those.
Did you do the sweet potatoes on the grill?
Yep.
Okay. Just put them on there, right? Skin on there, put them right out. Got it. Yeah.
Easy day, man.
And then cut them open when it was done, and then.
Yep. You just squeeze out the potato like it's toothpaste.
You could,
yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much. Just peel that skin off and
there
we go.
Yeah, man. So. Did you do anything else? So you did the chicken on the grill, right? Did you do anything special with that? Did you smoke it? Did you?
Let's see. Yeah. So the chicken. So I did them both. Like I just used the Weber this time around, and I had the chicken and the potatoes rolling at the same time, as you know. Like something you do quite a bit too, right? But like you kind of start to run out of room with the chicken and the potatoes. So
yeah, you do.
I had the potatoes on kind of a lot closer to the heat, and then the chicken more on the cooler side of the grill. And just let it ride. I opened it at about a half hour in to rotate the potatoes around, check on the chicken and stuff, kind of move some of those around, and then let that go for about another 20 minutes or so, and then kind of just lightly move the potatoes a little bit, put some of the chicken right over the coals, just kind of just crisp up that skin just a little bit, and then pulled it.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, some of them were hovering right around like 161, 160, like 160 degrees. So I was like, let's put this over and jump it up a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
We don't want anyone getting sick for
That's
the
right.
weekend. So
yeah, and turned out good. Nobody got sick.
No one's sick, dude.
Okay,
no
good.
one's
That's
sick.
a good sign.
No one's sick. And then kids, like, I'm not sure, dude. I don't know if the kids have taste buds. They never really say anything when I do something different. No, it's either this, I like this, that, or I don't like this.
They're very honest, direct feedback. We like that.
But like still, dude, like I don't know, like they want to dip the chicken in ranch. I'm like, well, this is I usually season it. Like, I don't know. They're eating it, Greg. So, crush the sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. They're eating it, so
yeah.
I can't really complain or say anything bad. You know.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Did you grill?
Yeah, man. Got out and did some smash burgers on the Weber. I took out the meat sheet.
Yes,
put it right on there.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah, so it's been a while since I busted out the meat sheet because I was we were in a mode for just regular sized burgers for a while. But I was like, you know what? Let's do some smash burgers. Haven't seen it. Haven't done them in a while, so did that.
Nice. Turned
out great, man. You can't go wrong. So I just used a pound of meat this time, a pound of ground beef.
Just 1 pound?
Yeah. So they were
everybody.
For everybody, yeah.
You're crazy.
I should have used 2, but did the smash burgers.
How'd you season them?
Ground pounder.
Just that?
And a little bit of Worcestershire sauce.
Okay.
So I did that and mixed it all up.
In a bowl?
In a bowl, and then it was about a quarter cup each. So like made quarter cup balls out of them. So I think that got us about 8, I'd say, out of the pound. And, boys crushed them.
I was saying, did each of the boys each have 2 patties?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that left 1 for you?
Yeah. Well, maybe I had closer to 10 then. So no, wait. Everett had, did he have 1 or 2? I don't know. But I know Owen had a couple. Becky had 1. I think I had 2. Crosby had 1. No, he had 2. So we must have had like close to 10 out of that one.
Okay.
But yeah, there were smaller ones. I mean, they were bun size, so regular bun size, but thin. So I just double stack it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Don't need to waste stomach room on another bun.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. But once I put them on, I seasoned them with a little bit more of our garlic seasoning.
Did you put more on?
Yeah.
I like that.
So. Yeah, I mean, again, classic dish, man. Smash burgers, smash them down nice and thin, get crispy on all sides, put them on a burger. Bun, top it with cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, whatever you like to put on there, and it's a great easy weeknight kind of meal type of thing.
Quick.
Yep. And that's pretty much it. We did make some chili and stuff, but that was inside. We used some of our fire in the hole seasoning in there, which gives it like a nice kick, but nothing that's going to really overpower anything. So haven't done that in a while. But
did you use meat in the chili?
No meat. My wife made the chili, so she makes her vegan chili. So a lot of beans in there. It's still great. Boys love it. So we have that fine balance, Ben, of between meat heavy meals and then no meat. So
I don't understand.
Well, I'd say you can our spices help things. You can make anything taste great. And so we've been doing really, because our schedule is crazy right now with football and baseball,
running.
Yeah, so we make 3 or 4 meals on Sunday night. So a lot of crock pots being used, instant pots being used, ovens being used, stove. So and we do a heavy balance between a few nights a week. We have meat within the meals, and then a few nights a week we don't have any meat within the main meals of dinner.
So I have a question for you, dude.
Yeah.
So it's like a bean heavy.
Yeah.
Like you said, do you use any tomatoes or onions in there too?
Yeah.
So would you ever smoke just you could. Like the onions or the tomatoes?
You could do the whole thing. How we do regular chili. A lot of the times you're just heating up the meat, right? So this is just, you'd be heating up the beans or the tomatoes or whatever you're doing. You could definitely smoke it. There's nothing that says you couldn't.
But would you just do one part, right? So if you just kind of wanted to add just that hint of smoke and stuff, what would be the one ingredient you would pull out of there, right?
Well, I mean, you use the beans because they're most the satiability of meat, right? So, I would probably lean towards the beans because they would probably pick up the smoke the most. I haven't tested that theory, but I also would think that the flavor on the beans would be kind of more smoky, as you might get if you were to do a chuck roast or something, right? But that's not to say like, we've smoked salsa in the past, so it's same as like doing like the tomatoes and onions that pick up a nice hint of smoke to it as well. So, I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. Okay. But if you had to say, hey, pick one, I'd say I'd probably go with the beans.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, but no, we have a fine balance of some meals we don't have meat at the dinner table. So,
what kind of beans are you using?
A lot of black beans, a lot of kidney beans.
Okay.
Pinto beans as well.
What's kind of your ratio, man? You doing like 2 cans of black?
I don't make this. My wife makes them, so I can't speak to her recipe. But yeah, I mean, there's like 3 or 4 cans of beans in there.
Delicious.
Okay. Yeah, there's some garbanzo beans in there as well.
Yeah, I always like the navy beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the Great Northerns, like kind of those white beans as well.
Bigger ones, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, those are. I like those more like in the chicken chili.
Oh yeah.
For regular chili, I like going the traditional route.
Well, the good thing about like a wife that doesn't eat a lot of meat, is that there's always more when we cook it. You know what I mean? So
more
like,
meat?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, leftovers or because I plan, more for me. Yeah, of course.
Always thinking about number one, Greg.
And the boys.
Hey, get out of there. Don't touch that.
No, but if we're doing smash burgers or something, I know like I'll make one for her. She'll eat it. But like I don't have to worry about 3 or 4 like the boys. You know what I mean? Sure. Like so, she's more consistent with with what she'll eat as far as the meat goes. But so like we're plant based. I would say we're not vegan. So like we have meat. There's plenty of meat in the house, obviously, and it's a balance throughout the week, So, it's a lot easier too to prep those meals too. Like when you're doing pastas or rice dishes and stuff like that. It's a lot easier to prep. And then we'll make like a big thing of shredded chicken. So if we're having a pasta dish or if we're having like a rice dish and you want to add in the chicken or whatever, you can certainly do that.
It's almost like the high school,
Yeah.
Where you say, what meat do you want? What sauce do you want? Here's your noodles.
It is. So like my wife can have her meal with just, whatever the vegetables that are in there and the starches. And then me and the boys, if we want to add in, some chicken or, sometimes we'll have shrimp, fajitas and stuff like that. We can definitely do that. So a lot of options when we're doing our meal prep. But the boys love a lot of that stuff she makes. And like, so she makes like a broccoli cheddar soup. She makes,
would you smoke the broccoli on that?
You could, yeah. I would grill it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, would you throw it out on the grill?
Yeah, I'd throw it on the grill. But I mean, like, again, like she's prepping these meals. So like, she's not going out there starting the grill up. And I'm not like, hey, let me throw that broccoli on here. Just like whenever we have time, we're prepping meals and, just to get it done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
This is more like eat for survival mode type of thing.
It's kind of how it is.
Yeah, dude. So it's funny. Like I'll make, dude. I swear, like we're the kids have soccer practice 4 nights a week and then games Saturday, Sunday, and stuff. So Friday's kind of like our one day, and that's where I've been. That's typically the day I cook a lot. But man, like the other day we were I picked Cal up from school and we were getting ready like to go pick up Ken's, and I think it was, man, what was it? Must have been like a Wednesday, I think, because I think it was a Tuesday because he had practice and she didn't. So it's like, man, I'm making, they eat breakfast at home. Majority of the time they're eating cold lunch. Like Ken's hasn't touched hot lunch yet at middle school. She hasn't touched it once.
Really?
Yeah, not once, man.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what the deal is. Like Everett too, like he, we offer the boys like you can pick out 2 meals a week for hot lunch.
Sure.
And like he's packing his lunch most days.
Yeah.
So it's been weird this year.
Yeah, she hasn't touched it once. So again, making lunch for that, right?
Yeah.
And then Cal, he's along the same. He's usually like this week he's
beefy
got
nachos.
Yeah, but he didn't want those.
He didn't want those? Okay.
No, he didn't want them. Like the pizza, so we wrote on their calendar, like just to kind of make it easier what days he wants hot lunch versus cold lunch,
we do that the same thing. Yeah.
So so that just kind of helps me, like, okay, in the morning, it's like, yeah, what
I know I need to make a lunch today.
Yeah. Well, and like Kansas, like flipping every day, right? So, but then Greg, so like, get them breakfast and stuff, get their lunches, they're rolling. And then by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I start thinking about like, I got to make them something to eat quick before practice.
Yeah.
So then like we'll make them something for that. And then on the way, like when we get home, then they want to eat something else too. Like
of course.
afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's just like, dude, like I picked Cal up the other day and he's like, Dad, you know, it's 3:15, almost 3:30. He's like, what'd you make me for lunch, Dad? I'm like, you already ate lunch.
Yeah, lunch at school.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
It's kind of like me when I go out to events.
I know.
Ate my lunch already. It's not even noon.
9:30. I get a text from you. I ate my whole lunch already. I'm like, dude, it's 9:45. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Chill out, man. The whole day.
Big dog's hungry. Got to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. He's
like,
like,
you got to start teaching like Ken's like to start making her own lunch.
yeah. Well, so here's the thing too, dude, is like, so we talk about it. I'm like, hey, you know, let's go through this, right? Like, here's what we have. And like her friends are always like, hey, Kenzie, what do you have today?
What we got?
What'd your dad make?
I could eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for her.
So I don't know. I mean, like you said too, man, like it's not too bad. It's pretty straightforward a lot of times. Like I'll just do like a salad, throw some extra spinach in there for him or something.
Sure.
Like, I'll cut up some chicken just a little bit, just to have like a little added protein or you know whatever. But trying to keep him going for get him through practice, and then we get home and they want to eat again. So it's like they're eating like 4 meals a day. Like,
yeah, man. So you know, Owen's at the high school level and he's playing varsity football and JV football. Like, and they do a lot of meals together. So like they
as a team,
like before games and like after.
So is the parent cooking those?
So they do some like for like the JV and freshmen, like they make a bunch of like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and stuff. They have protein bars. But we talk about it like, you know, because we play at high level, sports in college and stuff. So we kind of know like what you need to be feeding your body. Yeah. To perform at a high level. It's a lot different now than when we were going back to it, Greg. Yeah, we'd have pans of like lasagna that you're eating, like, you know, stopping on that Fazoli's on the way. Yeah. Well, we know that's probably
Subway.
Not the right. Yeah. There's still, you know, that's still not bad, but like I'd say both of our kids, and when they're athletes, and they perform at high levels, you know, constantly, you know, and that's because of the food that we feed them. But they picked that up too now because, you know, they're performing at a high level and they see kids that don't perform at the same high level or are consistently getting hurt or out of shape. A lot of that has to do with obviously the food that they put in their body. But now as parents, like we have to educate other parents too. Like, so I'm asking Owen, like, what do they feed you after the game? Because before the game, they're usually pretty good. Like they usually get it catered by like some local business, you know. And he sticks with like the salads and the chicken and stuff like that. But there's a lot of options there. So like I asked him after the JV game last week, okay, what did they give to you? And he's like, well, they gave us some protein bars and then like milk. You know, my stance on milk is that it's not necessary. Like I don't think I've had a glass of milk in over 20 years, you know.
It's been 20 years since you had a glass of milk?
Yeah, like I don't drink milk.
What about almond milk?
That I've had just in like smoothies and stuff.
Sure.
But, like I don't drink it by the glass or anything like that.
That's true, yeah. Do you remember that as a kid, Greg?
Yeah, it's like they force fed you milk, like and they're like it does the body good, all that kind of stuff. But that's just all a marketing employ. Like it's your body doesn't necessarily need milk. You can get calcium from a lot of different vegetables and meats and things like that. You probably get more calcium from a steak than you do from a glass of milk. But that's just the lies that we've been fed by the food industry and the dairy industry and our government. So I don't want to get into a big rant about conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff, but you know, you don't need milk, and I know that's blasphemy coming from, you know, a state where one of our major exports is, you know, dairy. So and Owen's the same way. Like he understands that, he knows, he does his own research like on what foods he needs to be putting in his body, but so I'm just like, and like this goes back to like when our kids are playing baseball and stuff, and like some of these kids, like their parents are giving them milk. It's like 90 degrees like out, and they're like, drink your milk. And me and Becky are looking at each other like, what? Why is everybody pushing milk on these
basically
kids?
Cottage cheese at this point.
Yeah, I know. Like
curdling.
So like this kid's got like a bottle of milk on the pitching mound. Like literally, like it's right next to it. No, I'm not lying. And these kids are like 10, 11 years old. Like it's like, all right, man. Like it's not my like I don't know if he needs it or what, but it's like that scene from Anchorman. Like
milk was a bad idea.
It's like 90 degrees out here. Why is this kid drinking chocolate milk on the mound? I don't know what's happening here. Am I going crazy? But that brings me. You mentioned like eating for survival. Did you see that story about those 2 college students at Cornell who killed a bear and then brought it back and butchered it in their dorm room?
No. No. These are legends, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure. So this happened like last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah. bunch of like couple kids at Cornell, one of the Ivy League schools, hunting bear and then butchering in their dorm room. I didn't have any place to go. What do you want me to do? Sustainability. Ever hear about it?
Yeah.
Conservation.
Yeah. How big was the bear?
I don't know. I didn't look too much into it, but it was all over the place. I kept seeing articles and stuff about it. And
no, I didn't.
Good for them.
I didn't get that article.
Yeah, good for them.
Hey, yeah. Well.
Yeah. But I wanted to pick your brain on this, Ben. Like, it's been a while since we talked about time and temperature. I'm part of these Facebook groups where it's beginning barbecuers or certain grills. You're part of all these groups, and this one popped up on my feed the other day. It was a question. Some guy was doing ribs, so pork ribs, okay. And he did like a 2-1 method, so like 2 hours and then 1 hour. So he was doing more time.
Sure.
So and it came out really tough. So
did he wrap them? Do you remember?
Yeah. Okay. So he wrapped them, but
for like that 1 hour.
Yeah, yeah. So. And I'm going through the comments because I'm expecting to see a lot of people, because this was thousands and thousands of, hundreds of thousands of people are on this page, right? And, I'm usually expecting within the first 1 or 2 comments that somebody's like, well, you don't smoke the time, you smoke the temperature. What was the internal temperature of the ribs when you pull them off? Because this guy was looking for more full off the bone. And we know, you want to get up close to the 200s for that, right?
Yeah.
So... But, man, I had to scroll down, way, way, way down.
So what were some of the first comments?
It was well, I've never had an issue going, the 2-3-1 method or 3-2-1 method, or I usually wrap for 2 hours. It's all about timing. And I was waiting because we talk about that quite a bit. You could theoretically do the timing, right, and usually get it.
Use it as a gauge, right?
Yeah,
but it's all it's based on the temp of your grill too, right?
So and then what if internal temp though? It's kind of like the holy grail of barbecue.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anybody within the first 10 comments saying hey man, you should be cooking to temperature, you shouldn't be cooking to time.
Have you ever seen though in any of your cookbooks and stuff that specifically when they're talking that 3-2-1 method for cooking ribs, where it's that's specifically based on time.
Yeah, because I think you're overdoing it at that point.
Yeah.
That's why it's you can do a 3-2-1 method and definitely get full off the bone ribs because
Absolutely.
You're cooking it for so long.
6 hours, yeah.
You're gonna get to 200 if you're
right.
If your grill is at least 225, the 325, you're gonna get your intro temp of to 200.
Yeah, man, that's an interesting concept, right? I use it. I use my timing more as kind of a gauge of okay, I should be, based on where I should be at temp wise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's okay, I'm 3 hours into this cook or whatever. I should be peaking right around 165 or 170 at this point, based on how hot the grill is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's then if I'm not there where I want to be temp wise, it's okay, well, am I kind of running out of fuel? Am I too low? Are my temps too low? Do I need to kind of just crank it up a little bit? Where am I at? And so,
and we, and we talk a lot about when we barbecue and grill, if we have nothing to do, we're gonna make this thing last all day, right?
It's gonna be a solid day.
But there was none of that feedback in this post. It was more this is how I do it.
To be honest, I think that's a great point, dude. So for you and me, right, if I'm cooking how we've been cooking lately, where it's it's mainly time crunch, right?
And you think about what we've talked about in the past, last week, the 6-hour brisket, we've talked about party ribs, all these things
But they still have probes in and stuff, right?
Right. But all these things are trying to condense time because we're running so hard. So now when we're switching gears, we're talking about expanding that time that we have out there around the grill.
But I still still have like a probe out there checking temp though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's more, you know, a lot of times like, all right, well, we'll let this one ride.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just let it ride. I've got nowhere to be. No, like this is what I'm doing today. You know, kind of some projects maybe here and there sprinkled in between or whatever I got to get done. But like for the most part, it's like, all right, man, I'm gonna enjoy this cook.
Yeah.
And I want it to last as long as possible, kind of thing, right?
But do you think like, so all these recipes and stuff like that in these cookbooks, they always have like a time in there. Do you think that does a disservice of like, if you're new to barbecue or grilling, and you're just going off of somebody else's recommendation because like you're new and they're an expert in it, you know, and they put a time in there, like cook it for 2 hours or 225 or whatever like that, and you don't know, like what you just talked about, like your internal temp should be about this at this time, or like this is the internal temp you're looking for. I don't know. I think a lot of recipes fall short in like calling that out.
Sure, man. Like I told you too, like I suck at the recipes. Like I've said this multiple times. Like I suck at following a recipe to a T. It's not what I like to do.
Yeah, tell me about it when I ask you, hey, can you give me a recipe?
Yeah.
And it's like,
well, I did this one, but I like, you know, I modified it.
Right. Yeah.
Tweaked it a bit. And so that's where like I kind of take like the recipes with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
You like that, Greg?
But I'm bummed.
Hey, there you go. Just for you, man.
That's it for this podcast.
Hey, yep. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
No, man, like I just like, I think too, like prep time, right? How it has like, oh, prep time's like 10 minutes. Like I'm like, well, that's not gonna happen.
Right. Yeah.
Like
I could do this in 5.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Set a course record on
right.
this
Yeah.
one. But no, man, like that's where like, oh, like I'll kind of walk around and be like, I like what they're laying out here, right? But then like I want to add this to it, or I'm gonna tweak this. Like I don't really like that ingredient they're using. I'm gonna use this instead, right?
So, or even like the process. Like they're telling me to do this process, but this is how I prefer to do it.
So that's where you can kind of pull from like different recipes. Like okay, I like kind of the ingredients that they're using from this one, the meat that they're cooking here, like the time and like kind of the cook itself, right? So it's just like you just kind of use it as like, I guess like a measuring stick. Like, okay, it's going to take about.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like, man, I'll tell you what, like, you know, again, we read a lot of cookbooks and stuff. And like, I'm never just like, hey, this recipe book said this meat's going to be done at 2.5 hours. Right. Exactly. And I'm pulling it at 2.5 hours just because.
Well, I think people fall into that as a crutch because they're like, oh, it says 3, 2, 1. If I do it exactly 3 hours, 2 hours, and 1 hour, then it's going to be done. You know, theoretically, sure. But then, like, if somebody switches it up and, you know, and we talk about, like, let the meat tell you when it's done. You know, with brisket, you're looking for that jiggle. You're looking for, like, probe tender, you know, where it feels like butter as you're cutting through it. You know, same with ribs. You know, you're looking for, like, a nice bend when you pick up the rack, right? So, you know, you have to take all that stuff into consideration.
It's more of a feel, right?
Right. And, again, you know, you have to start somewhere. So this guy has to start somewhere, right? So he has to try this and go through it. And then kind of wonder what happened and then ask the question and then you try it again and you do something different and you kind of learn through that process, which, again, I was just really surprised. Like it took me scrolling down a few times just to find somebody that says, hey man, like you should be looking for an internal temperature, not just your, you know, time and external temperature of what your grill is at. So I thought it was just a good point. Just like we talk about this a lot. Sometimes we need a reminder.
I think too, man, like it's kind of tough. Like, because we talk about this all the time too, right? Like it's how that guy likes his ribs versus how somebody else on that page likes the ribs are two very different things, right? Like not everyone likes them fall off the bone,
right? And you know,
other people like kind of like that tug or pull, like which is maybe what he had. And there you get people that post pictures and be like, dude, that's perfect. What are you talking about? Yeah. And I'm sure, you know, you got the people on there that say that too. Like, no, that's exactly what you want.
Right. Know? Yeah. And you got the, like, this is exactly how I do it. Has never done me wrong. You know, that kind of stuff. Yep. So they go through their whole recipe. And that's just like an ego trip. Like, this is how I do it. And they're like, this is what I like. But like, again, like people are looking for more assistance and not like just like a tutorial on like how you do it. Right. So, and I think that's where we get caught up a lot too. It's like, you know, and you get those people come out of the woodwork then when you post something or you do something differently from how they do it. And, you know, we're not like that. We're like, okay, well, you tried it. It didn't go well. Now you get back and you try it again. You know, he asked the question and he was honest about it. So, and he got a lot of feedback, like hundreds of comments. But
but then that's hard too, right? Because then it's almost just like, man,
it's too much.
It's too much, right? Yeah. Like it's this information overload.
Right.
So,
but yeah, I mean, like, if I had to give him advice on that, I'd be like, hey man, like, don't focus so much on like that process. Like, focus on the internal temperature. Like, understand like how the meat breaks down, and then once you have that, like, okay, I need to get to this internal temperature. Then you can kind of backtrack again a little bit and be like, okay, what did I do wrong? Did I wrap it too soon? Before it got to like that 165-ish mark or whatever. Did I wrap it too late? Did I not leave it on there long enough after I wrapped it? So a lot of different variables that can go into it. But if you understand where like the end point where you want to get to, then it's a lot easier to kind of map out your process.
That's where, too, man, like I would agree. Like I do focus more on like the temp than the time. I just use like that timing as like a guideline. So if I am doing like that 3-2-1, kind of
because you're like, oh man, this thing is getting up to temperature way too quick.
Yeah, it's like, shoot.
I'm gonna close some vents.
I'm not rolling for 3 hours at this. Like you kind of, it's all like, I'd say we kind of know our grills like fairly well at this point, right? But like it depends. Like there's days where I'm just like, why is this grill shooting up so high, so fast? Shouldn't be doing this right now.
Right.
Did I throw too much charcoal? Like whatever. It's for whatever. Like the grill guys are telling me like, hey, dude, you're running hot right now, right? Like
close some vents down. Like I want to.
Yeah.
I need this process to last a lot longer.
Yeah. Calm down. So yeah, dude. That's where again, like kind of I'd say you're sticking more towards like the temp than the time. The time's more like those guidelines, like, okay, this 3-2-1 method, it's not, I don't know, man. I think I've done the 3-2-1 method like probably about 3 times ish.
Yeah, same.
3 to 4 times. And I like it, but I don't think I stick to it.
No. Like I've kind of gone away from that.
Same. Yeah.
Like as I focus kind of more like, it's good. I see like a lot of these people putting like just so much on. So like when they wrap it, it's like a stick of butter, it's honey, it's brown sugar, it's apple cider vinegar,
beer,
all that kind of stuff. And
root beer.
So like I'm trying to get back to just like an all kind of low and slow cook, not wrapping. Cause like when I was doing a lot of brisket research and stuff like that, like some of the best restaurants in Texas, like they don't wrap. Like they just let it go. Same with like their ribs and stuff like that. So that's kind of where my mind's at. But you can do whatever you want. If you like to do that kind of stuff, that's fine. And some people like that. That's part of like the process.
Think about it too. Like we did that.
Yeah.
It's not like we're not saying like we're against it. We did it. Literally, we did it.
Then it just got to be too much for me though. Like, but if you that's what you're going for, go for it. If you like that flavor, go for it. But that's not where I'm at right now. But definitely have done it in the past, and it's good. Tastes great. But good, man. I want to talk through that with you.
I think it's about like kind of your process. One, like how much time you have, right? Like, do you have time for like and man, there's times where like, you plan on that 6-hour cook and it might be done in 4. Other times it takes 8.
Right.
Like you kind of have to have like a little bit of leeway. It just depends like how your grill's doing that day, I guess. Like, and I don't know what kind of smoker or grill that dude was using, but like, I remember like, man, I did a rack of ribs on one of like a drum smoker, like one of the first drum smokers I had, and it was like, it was like the offset.
Yeah,
dude, it took me like 10 hours on this.
That's
I was
different.
Like, I pulled it.
That's a different beast.
Exactly, right. And I was just like, I was just defeated, and like, it was way over the 6-hour mark and stuff. And it was just like, I threw it on like the Weber just to kind of get it to temp at that point and stuff. And like, it was like one of the first cooks I did on the grill and stuff. And like, I remember it. I just was like, I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It was like one of those days, like, how did I,
right?
What the hell you're doing?
Right.
How are you cooking this? Right. But it happens. Like, and who knows, like maybe it was his first cook. Maybe it was, seems like maybe the first time trying the 3-2-1 method. Like that's, again, if you're using, the snake method, if you're using like kind of the different zones, or if he's got I don't know. I guess I don't know.
I don't remember what the grill was. But yeah, it's like, he got a lot of advice. That's for sure. Yeah. So hopefully that guy gets back out there and tries it again. Cause that's the best part is now trying something a little bit different, and hopefully you get a different outcome.
Yeah.
Well, man, got a few more minutes here left. Tomorrow we're going to deliver a check. So for our backyard bash, We it's our fundraiser, and that happened a few weeks ago now. 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we were raising money for Fisher House, Wisconsin, and we raised another record amount this year. And so $7,000. We're giving Fisher House a check for $7,000. Last year we raised $6,000, so each year it's gone up. And I did the math, Ben. So like
numbers are hard.
They are.
You didn't send this to me a check before either.
Well, this way. Okay, let's do this.
Oh,
let's do this together.
Okay.
I wanted a total of over the 5 years that we've been doing this, how much we have given back to the Milwaukee community, the veteran community here, because each year it kind of goes up. So the first year we did $2,500, and then we did, let's see, what was the next year? Was it $3,000?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then we did $4,000, right? Or was it $4,500 to lift for the 22?
I thought it was 45.
Yeah. And then we did $6,000. And then we're doing $7,000 this year. So yeah, I was right. $23,000 over the past 5 years we've given back to veteran communities here in the Milwaukee area, and it's not just us; it's those that come out and support at our events and things like that. And that doesn't include like the product donations that we give back, as well as like the monetary donations that we give throughout the year. Based off of our products, sales and things like that. So, thank you to all those that continue to come out and support that event, and help us bring awareness and raise some funds for those charities.
Yeah, man, and it's a good time. So we just want to say, thanks to everybody involved. Thanks for all the teams that cook and continue to come back.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously it's grown a lot.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about that a little bit and stuff, but then so obviously has a number that gets donated back and stuff, and we always have fun talking to all the teams and stuff, and then even talking to all the people that come out and are just at the event to try different kind of barbecue.
Yeah, it's great. It's all for a cause, and the people that come out and support are just great, and the teams that compete. The vendors that we have out there, Mike and his staff at Explorium are awesome. What do you think? Should we do it again? We haven't made a decision yet.
No.
We need to talk about it.
I haven't even thought about it since.
Just kind of move on to the next.
Well, yeah,
we got some big stuff going on.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
A lot happening. Like it just kind of came all of a sudden, like right after that was like
literally
boom,
right
boom, boom.
Like the week, the week was it? Yeah, 2 days after.
Yeah, we got the word that, and we could share because we've shared it on social media, that we submitted our products for Walmart open call, and we got a call. So we're gonna go down to beautiful Arkansas in a few weeks' time, and we're gonna pitch some of our products to Walmart, and hopefully we'll get on their shelves. But that'll be a big step for us. Again, we can't do that without everybody's support. And over the past 5 years of trying our products, advocating for us, and sharing with your friends and family. So we appreciate that as well. So hopefully we can go down there and get some good feedback and take that next step for the business.
Yeah, man, it's exciting stuff. So,
it is, yeah. So we've been preparing for that.
Yeah, like because we found out what was it,
Tuesday, Tuesday after, yeah,
right after. So it was like, then and it's coming up. Like we go October 7th and 8th. So it was like, all right, well now we completely just did a 180 from the event and to focus on this and kind of get ready, and we're capping off the maple whiskey and getting those all sent out and shipped out to everybody and stuff. And so it's just been like, I honestly, dude, like I literally just thought about it like today. I was like, dude, I haven't even thought about the event since like Greg's
must be nice.
Yeah, Greg's gonna ask like, well, should we do it again? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Hasn't even crossed my mind.
Right.
Like it's been totally just kind of from one on to the next.
It is, yeah. It's kind of how it goes.
Which is cool. I mean, it's a good problem to have, right? We're fortunate to get to do this.
It is, yeah. And again, we thank everybody for their support and sharing the podcast, sharing the business with their friends and family. We couldn't do this without you all. So hopefully you continue to find some value from what we're talking about. If not, maybe entertainment, But that's all I had for this week, man. Let's keep it going.
All right, sounds good.
All right, cheers.
Take it easy.